Hi and welcome. So, my long awaited art haul from Gerstaecker in Germany finally arrived. It's of no fault to Gerstaecker. Well, maybe a day because they have this thing where I have to approve an offer they give me for shipping. But that was like only one day extra. No, the whole thing was that we ran into a whole bunch of holidays in Germany and Denmark that held up the shipment. So It it took a little while, but it was worth the wait. I have already taken everything out, so I don't have to battle with awkward plastics and things like that. So I can just talk and not fumble. First of all, I'll show you something from another haul a while back. I bought this pop set of golden so flat paints, and it has naphthol red light, it has cadmium primrose. This one is kind of a cold and a kind of pale yellow. Um, there is black and white in here, that's fine. There's this permanent green, it's a little indifferent to me. And then there's ultramarine blue. And it's an okay starter set, but I was missing some colors that I usually use when I paint, and I'm not happy with having just ultramarine as my only blue. And I was also wondering about the reds in the So Flat. So let's just go. Here is the most expensive one I bought, cadmium red dark. I hope this is kind of a cooler red tone, um, because the naphthol red light is kind of a warm red. It can make some purples, but I would like one red that was more cool. I hope the cadmium dark red will do the trick. Cost a lot. I think it cost more than 20 euros or so for one. And I was curious about the other red, the pale red as well. So I got those two. Not cheap colors, not cheap colors at all. And I wanted another yellow, so I bought a permanent yellow as well. And I've been kind of fascinated with Naples Yellow Deep, and I saw somebody use this, and I had to have that as well. Then I bought a raw umber because that's a good mixing color, even though if you don't like the color itself, it's still good to mix with. A phthalo blue green shade, which is my go-to blue in most paints. So 6 so flat paints. Um, I was thinking about buying the Sing set, the other 6 set from Golden, but there was a couple of colors in there I just knew I wasn't gonna use. So I thought, no, I'd rather spend just a little bit more and then get paints that I know I will use. Um, I am not planning on swatching anything in this video. I'm just gonna show you some stuff. There's something at the end I'll talk a little bit more lengthy about. So I'll just show you what I got here and then I'll make a swatch video later. Not so long ago I bought this set, and you might or might not have seen the video. I bought this set from Amazon, the Haze set, and it's super granulating paint from Schminke their watercolor. And they also have this Shire. And if you didn't know about these two sets, I don't know where you've been the last couple of years. The Shire is fairly new, and the Haze is a limited edition. So I normally don't buy granulating colors and I don't buy convenience colors, and now I bought a whole set of greens. But I am curious to see what they are like. It is okay to use greens sometimes. So I'm kind of building on stuff I already got for some part. Um, then in here, everything, by the way, from Gerstaecker was packed beautifully. Um, Absolutely brilliant. So here's a Winsor Newton. They had sale on Winsor Newton paint. There was 20% off. I finally got my hands on Aqua Green from Winsor Newton Artist line. For some reason, this is not sold in Denmark. It's a phthalo bluish green, I don't think there's any pigment information about it. I haven't been able to find any. And this tube is super shiny. There's some ASTM stuff there. Pigment, it just say phthalo, so as I can see. So it's a phthalo bluish green. Very curious to see that. And I was actually looking at more of these sets. And the one that was probably the one I was the most curious about was sold out. And it's sold out a lot of places unless you want the big set, and I don't want the big set. But then I bought 2 half pants of the 2 colors. That was interesting. So Vulcan yellow and Vulcan red, again from the super granulating series. I would have liked maybe the Vulcan set, but I just got 2 colors, yellow and red. It's the ones that is the most interesting in that set anyways. I got another thing from Winsor Newton Professional line. It's Smalt or Dumont's blue. Again, a color that I for some reason cannot get in Denmark. And I think the tube version was sold out, so I just got a half pen. So 5, 7, 8, 9 new watercolors. And the next one, I know Becky is likely watching. So hi Becky, I ordered the right stuff. If you don't know Becky, Becky Tregear is another art YouTuber, is a friend of mine. She tried to buy this as well, but was maybe a little too hasty. So she, instead of grabbing the random gray Horadam Aquarelle from 2022, she got the random gray oil paint from 21. I'm quite sure she will make good use of it anyways. But I got the watercolor from this year. And apparently this is what it says it can cause allergic reactions. I'll try not to smear it on my paint. Yeah, so apparently this is leftover pigments that they mix into a gray, and apparently a new edition every year. I'm curious to see this. It looks like a warm gray. And I don't know if it's granulating or what it is. I was just curious. And it was on sale for just under €10. So 10 watercolors, 6 acrylic matte. And we're not done. For once I haven't bought any paper actually, which was what I went on there to look at. While we were in Canada, we have been away a few weeks ago. We had a funeral to attend on Vancouver Island. And while on Vancouver Island, we weren't there just for one day, we were there for a week. We went to Butcher's Garden and I saw some really beautiful art. And I am not gonna try and remember her name or anything, but I'm gonna put a link to her art. And she does beautiful mixed media with encaustic paint. So I had to get an encaustic starter set. And if you don't know what it is, encaustic is where you melt beeswax and do I remember what the resin is called? Damer, something that is mixed together and then with pigments. So it's like crayons. It looks like crayons that oh, the bottom is cracked. Anyways, it looks like crayons that you melt. That's kind of the short version, very short version of it. And Gerstaecker had a starter set. So let's look at what is in here. There is what looks like a kid's iron, but it's not. And there was some plastic on this surface here that I took off. But this is, you can take this off and it's a handle. So you turn this on and this warm up and you can turn it on and there's different settings here. To how warm you want it. And you use this to melt the encaustic paint that comes in sticks, and as I said, they look like crayons. I haven't even really looked at what colors are in here. That one I know is just clear medium. It is just the encaustic medium without pigments. We got a white, a black, a yellow, a red, a blue, green, and a russet by the looks of it. That's okay. That's an okay start. I don't know how light fast these are, but it's okay for practice. Then there is a little booklet that explains you how to do it. There's a scraper. And then there's a bunch of, there's another booklet. There's paper for encaustic painting, and it's kind of very super smooth. And apparently you can scrape all the wax off if you make a mistake. I don't know. There's a bundle of papers in different sizes. Encaustic paper. Here's some bigger ones as well. So there's something to start with, and then there's this one, just to show. Okay, it says 10 pieces of A7 paint cartons, 10 A6, and 5 A5. Yeah, that's probably right. The larger the number, the smaller the paper, so that's probably true. I'm not gonna try it here. I need to set up my desk because I don't want wax everywhere, so I need something to protect my desk. Let's just grab the last thing because they had more of those sticks, so I bought an extra 2 blacks, a couple of grays, and 4 extras of the medium. Use a medium to if you want to make glazes and stuff. You can thin out the colors with it. And I think this box might. I hope it will hold all of them. That would be nice. It's gonna be a challenge. I need to find a box for this, but it's okay for now. So that was everything I got today. I have been watching videos about encaustic painting, and it looks really, really interesting. And you can get more gadgets to melt the wax. You can get a stylus with different ends on and stuff. And you can scrape into the paint with this once it's on. So that was my haul for this month. I have a few. Oh no, I forgot one thing, and I didn't buy that at Gerstaecker. I was at another art store, and they had a sale on these brushes. That is goat hair, I believe, flats, and you need natural hair if you want to use brushes with encaustic painting because you might melt the hairs on synthetics. And I don't think they kill the goat before they before they can use the fur. So yeah, that goes in my broken encaustic box. But thank you for watching. I will be making some swatch videos about all the paints I've bought. I'm really curious about especially the watercolors. So thank you for watching for now. Keep an eye on my channel. The video might come up just a few hours after this one, at least the first one. So I'll see you.